can see Elena, she's our first participant, and I'm giving the floor directly to her. So Elena, can you please talk?
Okay, thank you very much, Alberto. Hello to everyone. I cannot see you guys, but I just wanted to say that I wish I could be there with you. I'm so sad that I couldn't go because of job, because of my work. It was impossible for me to be there. Do you hear me well? Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna present you my project. I'm kind of happy about it because it had actually a very good outcome. My project is about queer identities, gender identity and expression, and gender empowerment. So my project was basically using drag to empower queer communities that are minoritary, even inside the LGBTQ community, as lesbians, trans, and non-binary people. As me, I identify as non-binary. And my project consisted in making a drag king workshop. I'm gonna put for you a little PowerPoint so we can follow. Sorry because it's written in Spanish, I'm sorry for that, but I'm gonna translate at the same time, okay? So I'm just gonna try to share my screen. Just give me a minute, please.
Sure.
It is strange because I'm talking to you, but I don't see anyone, so I feel a little bit alone, but it's okay.
Let me try to turn the computer without disconnecting anything.
Okay.
Say hello, guys.
Turn it down a bit.
I wish I could be there.
It's a full room. We're all.
I hope you had a really nice week, babies.
Yes.
So, my project is called Drag King Workshop. Okay. These pictures that accompany are made by Mora Dorrego and my friend Lucas Rosa helping me editing the pictures. So in this picture we can see myself, but with a different hair, making a binder to another girl. Do you hear? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the idea was to make some spaces or make the drag king art a little bit known because it's a little bit unpopular. Maybe some of you don't have an idea of what drag king is. I'm gonna explain to you now. So the idea was to give to people some expressive tools to explore their gender identity and to open up the possibilities for feminist empowerment to LGBT communities that are minoritary, as I said, lesbian, trans, and non-binary people. Why drag? Because drag is a very powerful tool for queer identities to empower in a normative, heteronormative world. If you have identity that is not fitting in the normal narrative, drag, you can choose drag queen or drag king or even drag whatever. You can choose to explore masculinity, to explore femininity. You can choose whichever you are comfortable with. But the idea is to get yourself out and to express yourself in a way that you can actually accept yourself and celebrate your identity that usually is not celebrated by society. So I focused on drag king because from my own experience, I needed to, I'm a queer person that has always been called marimacho. I don't know if you know this word.
It's like tomboy. You know tomboy, what it means?
Yeah. No. Yeah, tomboy. So I suffered
tomboy,
a lot.
Sorry, Elena.
Yeah.
Tomboy is a girl that looks like a boy.
Like
just
masculine
yes.
looking.
Yeah, exactly.
In Spain they use it as an insult.
When I was little, I was a tomboy. I was always a tomboy, and I am also a lesbian. So this kind of political place is a little bit difficult to carry on with your life sometimes. And I found a very powerful way of empowering myself through drag king because I could celebrate my tomboyness and to share it with the world in a way that was not suffering and not bad, but actually happy about it. So I needed to share this knowledge that I got from drag king with other people, and this is my main motivation for making this project, because I really know it can help a lot when you are in this kind of position in the society. So in the picture you can see some smiling people playing with their bodies, and actually it was really fun and really emotive, yeah. So this was the main goal, to empower these kind of communities through drag king, using it as a way of experimentation, and to create a little bit of reflection about gender. So all the people that are there can actually have a process with their own identity and empower themselves. Here you can see the first part of the workshop. The workshop has 3 parts. The first one, we reflect together and we create like a safe space for everybody to feel safe and actually be able to express experience that are sometimes difficult to talk about, because it's not easy to be you when you're a tomboy, you know. So for me it was very important to create this safe space just by talking about each other's lives and sharing some experiences, traumatic experiences sometimes. So I start like this, and after creating this space, I go to the second part, which is the transformation. So I show to everybody how to transform the body, how to play with your image, and how to draw a beard on you, so you can look a little bit like a boy, more in the mirror. And in the third part, we celebrate. And we do like a little bit of work. What's the word for that?
Yeah, like a runway.
Runway, yeah, exactly. We do like a runway, and we play, we love, and we celebrate our new identity. So this is the first part of reflection. And the impact that had, for me, I am very happy, because I could really see that it had a really big impact in the participants. First of all, they were all super empowered, like they left the workshop really happy, really feeling themselves in a very healthy way, really empowered, really, I could see a change in them, really, and also in me, because it's so emotive. Also, some supporting networks were created, because usually this kind of identity, we are so alone in the world, and we find it so difficult to find people like us. So I was very proud that I could give this space to the rest of people, and actually they met some people like them, and they were really like continuing to be in contact after the workshop. And this for me is very important, because you are not alone in the world, and this is very important to know when you have this identity. And the third impact that I am really proud about is that the tools that we share in the workshop really multiply their impact in the participants' life. Because this is not only a knowledge that we share in the workshop and stops there. The participants that came can actually tell other people about this and can multiply the effect in their lives, and they can change their quotidianity to a better way for them. This is a product of empowerment also. So lastly, these minority communities in the LGBTQ community, they have a safe space now to share and to be recognized in each other. So this is a very important thing that changed my life when I found it. And my main job is to provide this for other people, because I know in my skin how important this is, because my life was really changed when I found a community, a safe community, where I could be myself. So here you have a little bit of the part of celebration. In the left, you can see Roberto España. And in the right, I think this was Giovanni Pollón de la Barca, and I don't remember the other name, sorry. But it was Giovanni something. The names are really funny. My drag king name, by the way, is Ken Poyet. Just in case you're interested to check out my work, you can look for it. That's all. Yeah, this part was the runway. It was really funny, like people just letting everything out, and it was just amazing. And that is all. Thank you very much.
Nice. The first project is Seripheria Workshop by Dídac Espí. We couldn't reach Dídac in order to get some feedback from him because he's getting through some difficult moments in his personal life. But we could contact some of his mates, and they send us some videos so you can see what his project is about. So let's see. Okay, can we have more volume, please? Or not?
Together with the common interest of generating a social and self-managed project focused on the creation of different lines of action, predominating in the active creation of clothing and the stimulation of critical sense, to get out of the logic of consume the capitalist systems offers us. Serigraph printing is a stencil-based printing process in which ink is forced through a fine screen onto the paper beneath. Screens were originally made of silk, but they are now made of finely woven polyester or nylon. Just as this, the word serigraphy is a combination of the Latin word seri, which means silk, and the Greek word graphein, which means the action to write or draw. That is why, by establishing a screen printing workshop at the Skopje social center in our neighborhood, we want to promote and establish ourselves as a pillar to address the concerns of many young people who, like us, cannot find a place to express themselves. With the economic help coming from the program, we could buy the primarily and basic things to start our project. Some of the other things, like the light table to print the drawings through the net, were all recycled or buy by ourselves, through our own logic of do it yourself.
Okay, so
Young people from the out.
well, so this is how the workshop started. Okay. This is the workshop now. So you can see Nani is wearing a wonderful hoodie from Santaco. How do you Antifa. It seems so, yeah.
Wow.
So these are like the main products they have. Like they have the Santaco Antifascista. It's like to raise awareness about anti-fascism, and Santaco Feminista. It's about sexism and feminism. So Santaco is like the city where also Dani and Cristina come from. It's Santa Coloma, and Santaco is like the sort of way to name it. Okay, then Lidia Fernández started a project called Kanoa. It means canoe. This is the logo, and she sent us the video explaining a little bit.
Hola, soy Lidia. Trabajo como integradora social. Me considero una persona con capacidad e identidad de transformación. Mi propuesta de intervención es realizar y llevar a cabo de gestión emocional a través del teatro terapéutico y el yoga a personas vulnerables, en este caso al colectivo de jóvenes. Por un lado, con el teatro terapéutico podremos trabajar las emociones a través del lenguaje verbal y no verbal, mediante la expresión corporal, potenciando la socialización, la comunicación, las habilidades sociales, empoderando al individuo y a la comunidad. Por otro lado, con el yoga conectaremos con el presente y con las emociones a través de posturas básicas, de respiraciones y de meditaciones guiadas. Por lo tanto, el teatro y el yoga se pueden complementar a la perfección para transmitir valores y conocimientos hacia una educación emocional más consciente y sana. El taller se dividirá en varias sesiones que durarán 1 hora y media aproximadamente cada una. Empezaremos con ejercicios introductorios y de calentamiento. Seguidamente, continuaremos con ejercicios de contenido y de puesta en escena. Y para finalizar, realizaremos un círculo donde de forma progresiva todos y todas podamos compartir cada sesión. Los objetivos generales serán impactar en la comunidad hacia un mundo más sostenible, empoderar a los individuos, potenciar herramientas de gestión emocional, entre muchas más.
Tristeza, rabia, miedo, alegría. La finalidad de las emociones es informar, dar una carga de sentido a lo que nos sucede y cumplida su misión, debemos dejarlas partir.
Creo en la necesidad de desarrollar este proyecto de terapias alternativas que den soporte y acompañamiento a aquellos jóvenes en riesgo de exclusión social. Va dirigido a este grupo vulnerable, pero podría ir dirigido a cualquier otro, ya que el conflicto interno empieza en la falta de gestión.
So that was basically that. Okay, and then last presentation before Dani's one is from Laia Cuadro. The name is With Languages, Your Home is Anywhere. And she also sent us a video explaining what it's all about.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola a todo el mundo. Me llamo Laia. Soy integradora social. Actualmente pues estoy estudiando educación social a distancia porque estoy trabajando en una pequeña fundación en Santaco de Gramenet, igual que Dani, donde vive Dani, donde estoy realizando un poco de orientación laboral a personas que vienen extranjeras pues, de otros países. Con el trabajo surgió la demanda, bueno, me avisaron diferentes chicas que querían aprender lenguas, querían estudiar catalán, querían estudiar castellano y gracias a Mundus, a la Fundación Mundus, pues encontré la posibilidad de poner en marcha este proyecto donde analizaba que había bastante demanda. Y nada, empezó así el proyecto con una idea de hacer clases de catalán y castellano porque muchas de las personas que vienen extranjeras de otros países ven que con la barrera lingüística tienen muchas dificultades, muchos impedimentos para poderse integrar en la nueva sociedad que se encuentran. Entonces, pues bueno, nosotros en la fundación donde yo trabajo ya hacíamos clases de lenguas, pero por tema presupuestario y de recursos no pudimos volver a retomar las clases y decidí, pues bueno, coger un poco este relevo. Claro, vino la pandemia, empecé este proyecto con la pandemia y me dificultó mucho las cosas porque presencialmente en septiembre que inicié el proyecto solo podían haber 10 personas en una aula y yo tuve casi 50 preinscripciones de este curso. Al final pude llevarlo a cabo gracias a que mis compañeros de trabajo me proporcionaron una aula donde tenía tanto horario de mañanas como de tardes y finalmente la inscripción se mantuvo con un total de 24 personas, 12 personas que estaban por la mañana y 12 personas que estaban por la tarde. Y fue realmente bien. La demanda era clara, donde todas las personas, sobre todo mujeres, que se apuntaron al curso, pues recibieron, bueno, recibí un agradecimiento completo a poder ofrecerles este espacio. Conté con un equipo de voluntarios para hacer de profesor y profesoras, porque el dinero tampoco es que tuviera mucho, entonces personas del territorio, personas del barrio que ya conocían mi proyecto, mi trabajo, quisieron involucrarse, hicieron ellos de profesores y bueno, realmente empezaron 12 personas, sí que hubieron bajas porque muchas de estas personas están buscando trabajo, entonces acabé con unas 10 personas de estas, no, unas 18 personas de estas 24, no acabaron todas el curso, pero bueno, fue realmente bien y los resultados fueron buenos porque gracias a yo poder hacer este curso pudieron conseguir uno de los requisitos para regularizar la situación en el Estado español, ¿vale? Para poder tener permiso de trabajo se necesita hacer un curso de 45 horas de idiomas. Entonces, gracias a este curso pudieron cumplir este requisito para poder integrarse no solo en la sociedad, sino laboralmente en este caso en España. Entonces las chicas pues lo agradecieron mucho y es un recurso que sigue faltando, sobre todo en la ciudad de Santa Coloma. Es una ciudad donde hay bastantes personas extranjeras, inmigrantes, y la oferta formativa es muy poquita, y a raíz del coronavirus aún más, porque no se pueden hacer grandes grupos de clase. Y analizando un poco cómo ha ido este año, espero y deseo que mis voluntarios, mi equipo de la fundación, podamos volver a hacer estos cursos de cara al septiembre de 2021 y seguir adelante, porque la demanda está, la implicación está, hay recursos para hacerlo y no sé, me he sentido súper bien, agradecida. Ha funcionado, bueno, a pesar de las dificultades que teníamos con tema de protocolos, de tomar la fiebre, de las listas de asistencia, del volumen de personas en la aula, ¿no? Que parecía un año muy complicado, al final sí que lo he podido hacer y muy agradecida también de esta oportunidad que me ha dado Mundus también de económicamente poder afrontar sobre todo los gastos de las EPIs, porque era muy importante, porque la fundación ya estaba, tenía el local, tenía la gente, tenía la demanda, solo me necesitaba un poco de conocer los protocolos, conocer cómo hacerlo real y con la implicación de todo el mundo pues lo he podido hacer y espero que el año que viene, en septiembre, pues volverlo a hacer. Y nada más, espero que disfrutéis las jornadas, que lo estéis gozando todos y nada, muchas gracias.
Now we're gonna start with Dani's presentation.
No me mováis, tío.
Cuidado por ahí.
Okay, if you want to film it. It's okay. You can film it. They just the lyrics.
Okay, so now it will be even more confusing. They were 4 friends from Santa Coloma, which they wanted to be artists, but nobody took them seriously. That's why they told us, we don't want a normal presentation, we want you to take the job. We don't know anything about this project, almost everything, We were here yesterday and they told us like in 10 minutes. And they told us, yeah, you'll do the presentation. It's totally okay. So, yeah.
Basically, we don't understand anything. You too, I think. But this is the art. You don't have to understand anything. So you can see Danny and...
This association is como una colomense. You have to remember it.
Colomense, remember it.
It's so special.
Wait. Yeah, so they had to become an association in order for them to be taken seriously. That's why, and I'm gonna try to... Yeah, just like that. That's why they waited for Mundus to give them money. And they wanted to build an association. But they are so unfortunate, so these guys, hey, look at the screens, come on! I'm talking! Yeah, como una colomense and all that. Okay, they wanted, they did interviews and podcasts and we'll get to that. Okay, they wanted to do, wait.
Here we have some photos. As you can see, Danny is very ugly here, and I think that these photos were, ¿cómo se dice? Oldest. And here we have a potato too. You don't have to understand anything because I don't understand too, but okay.
Okay, so they became an association, finally. But then COVID occurred, just like 2 days after they became an association, and they couldn't do any of what they had planned. That's why they built Encerrona Fest, which means like something like being closed fest, with like 23 participants from poets to graffiti artists. Almost everyone was there, but that was in March. Victor, do you want to talk?
I don't say anything.
Well, see? They have graffiti artists too. Come on, next one.
This was the old logo, and this is the new one, and it's very cool.
You can see this logo is very thick. It's so ugly. I want to think that we did it fast, and now this is the logo that they have. You can see it on Instagram and on web, and that's it.
Yeah, okay.
You have to say the name of the association.
La Comuna Colomense.
That's right.
See, it worked. You can look at their website, you can look at their Instagram, it's Comuna Colomense, it's easy to find out. And well, they became, what? What? Yeah, sure.
So here we have the group that found this association, that is Dani, Rita, Laura, and Chris.
Yeah. They became an association, but during lockdown they couldn't do almost anything. They did Encerrona, which is entirely on Instagram, and then they started with the website, which I already told you to visit. Yeah, and they had an opening lunch, which looks like a lot of fun, I don't know. Maybe it was. So they finally got to do 3 exhibitions, which you can see, not there, but there, yeah. That are La Ciudad que Habito, which is like for plastic arts, La Nueva Generación, which is only for young people, 30, sorry, and lower, and Gramanet Bajo Objetivo, which they contacted different associations from Santa Coloma, like the photographers, the graffiti artists, everyone. And then, finally, okay.
Also, they do 2 itineraries on Santa Coloma de Gramenet, because Santa Coloma have a lot of, one of that is Arte en la Calle, is a route more touristic.
Yeah, for sculptors and things.
Yes, a lot of sculptures, a lot of monuments, and the people who live in Santa Coloma don't know about that. Don't know about the value of that sculptures and monuments, and that sculptures are made
what are they doing? I don't know a fucking shit.
And the other route is about graffiti artists. A lot of murals in this town. And the next diapositive, who wants to talk? I don't know.
Since they are really close with artists in Santa Coloma, since, well, they managed to do so many things, they had to do 4 interviews with La Magrana Curiosa, which they hate. It's a group that they absolutely despise. I don't know why, but they told me so. With Marco Fontana, which is like one graffiti artist really, really important. Oh.
So when Danny was filming that video, they found Marco Fontana.
Graffiti artist, all graffiti artists who...
The oldest one.
So that boy was the old graffiter guy in the city, and they found him drawing in a small wall. Like, it has no importance, but he was so important in the city, so they did an interview to that boy.
So, what's the name of the company?
The association?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Okay, and then we can see they were kidnapped because, I don't know, it was April this year. And they decided that it was a really nice performance to delete everything from Instagram and just leave the histories of them getting kidnapped, which you can see there. They are really fun. But well, back to the interviews. They also did tons of podcast interviews with Badalona, which is the closest city to Santa Coloma, and they disappeared in April. They were completely forgotten for a month, and it was because they wanted to introduce 4 new members. Which, well, keep going. Yeah, that's the kidnapping, that's... Vale. Okay, yeah, that was the kidnapping. But then, where's the photo? Come on, Sheila. Okay, never mind, you can imagine. They had 3 new members, and it was a lot of fun. And they managed to keep doing things, despite COVID. And, well, then they came to here, which you can see it's going quite nice, yeah. I mean, if he's having fun. Oh, okay.
Finally, when they were kidnapped, they appear again with the new generation.
Yeah. Come on, team.
You have to say.
Empezamos a aplaudir.